I actually posted the phone on my pot, and you are under the ZZ plant so that I don't drop the phone anymore. Hold on. Oh, I didn't name this thing. I did not name this live. That's okay. And my trusted dog is here. My trusted dog is here. Benny. Hello. He is here, even though we went outside. We went for a walk. He still wants to. And you will hear on the floor my cats. So please don't be scared when you hear cats running left and right. They're a bit agitated because we had a bit of a storm outside, and basically half of my apartment, which you don't see on camera obviously, is all covered in clothes which were on the drying rack outside, but because of the rain I had to pull them inside. So my piano has clothes, my door, my balcony has clothes, and my dog is a bit scared. So this is what we are working with at the moment. I hope that's okay with you. Because it's Friday, baby. It is 10 p.m. on a Friday. And I want to do some knitting. I want to watch something interesting on the internet. This is what I'm currently working on. Hold on. What are you doing? Those are my cats. Destroying my apartment, I see. Basically, I am working on a tablecloth from cotton yarn. I have this pink cotton from Fila Nina, and I have this reddish cotton. Nikita, what's good? That's my cat, Nikita. I don't know if you can see him. Hold on. That's my cat over there. I didn't call. Anyways, let's remove the dog. There we go. He's all comfortable, and I'm covering myself with the temperature blanket. This one is... Did you want something? Did you need something? So this temperature blanket I made for the temperatures of my birth year. And in my bedroom, I have the temperature blanket with the temperatures of, I think, 2023 or some year. I don't remember exactly. I think it might have been, yeah, 2023. So that's the current setup. I hope everybody is okay. Hold on, I didn't write a question and I don't feel good. Hello, Evgeny. I want to write a survey question, but I don't know how because you are sitting in the pot, and I'm afraid that if I touch the phone, I'm gonna mess up the entire thing. Oops, my cats are here. Okay. Let's set something. Hello, Evgeny. I'm from Chisinau, Moldova. I was actually born in a very small village, but currently I am living in the capital city, in Chisinau, Moldova, the Republic of Moldova. Maybe you heard of it. And where are you from, Evgeny? Okay. I would love to watch something cool. So let's watch something. Oh my god, it is Friday. I can't believe it. Thank God. Wait. Hello, under the plant over there. Thank God it is Friday. Thank God. I've had such a good but long week. I am ready to just like do nothing. And I have such a heavy week scheduled since Monday. I'm Oh, Евгений, you're from Moscow. Привет, Москва. Oh, hello, Peter. Luckily, the plant is not mine, that it would be brown. Well, this is called a ZZ plant, Peter. It is supposed to be unkillable, and I had two, and one of them died. But it was not my fault. My cats kept eating it, and then it just died. And this is my second one. It's called a ZZ plant, Zamioculca zamiflora, something like that. Елена, hello, Елена. Вы русские? Нет, к сожалению, я не русская женщина, но русский человек. Я из Молдавии. The only plant what I get green is Rose of Jericho. Yes, I remember you told me about it. My special talent is I get any plant brown. This means that you need to water them more often. If they are brown, they are killed by the sun. If they are yellow, too much water. That's all I know. Тарам-там-там, перевожу Майя... Wait, what? Моя кошка съела крокодила. Oh, my dog, Remy. Я знаю... Okay, let me think in Russian. Я знаю несколько слова. Моя собака, но он мальчик, я не знаю, как мальчик. Его зовут Реми, но я его зову Бубу или Бади. Какая красивая, спасибо. Евгений, parli italiano. Un poco. Wait. I mix Italian with Spanish. Italiano un poco. Certo, un poco, sì. Желтого кадеза. I don't know. Тарам-там-там. Мой русский такой чуть-чуть, я не понимаю. Желтого гадела. I don't know. Have a good night, Peter. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel so much better. Иван, говорите по-молодски. Десигур, конечно. Иван, пожалуйста. Да, бунасяра. Это добрый вечер. Добрый вечер. Так мы... так мы говорим здесь, в Молдавии. Бунасяра, Chișinău, bunasяра, prieteni, cu plăcere, vă salut. Да, спасибо. Я знаю чуть-чуть русский, я знаю мои соседи здесь в Кишиневе, тетя Наташа, тетя Настя. И мы с ними общаемся. But very little. So I was saying that I know some Russian, obviously, because I live in Moldova, but very limited. I have two neighbors, Madam Natasha and Madam Nastya, and they are the ones keeping a Russian alive in my mind. But otherwise, rarely do I use it. What is up, my buddy? So, my dog, we've been outside. We took a walk. I don't know what is up. Hold on, I'll show you. He found a I don't know if you can see it. What is this called? From the wine. Wait. He found a there it is. A wine corkscrew in my apartment on the floor, and he just chewed it up. So now I have all of this to clean up. So I will do that in a few minutes after I get some you know, after I relax a little bit, because I'm taking this new medication, which is wild. It makes me very cold, but also I feel like my knees are on fire and I have a headache, so it's a whole thing. So I said, okay, I need to just like relax for a few minutes. And why not, while I relax, why not do some chatting with you guys? I am so excited that I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, and I know that doesn't mean anything, especially in the world of YouTube where people have like 1 million subscribers. I know that's not a lot, but I'm excited, you guys. 1,000 subscribers, it's like the number of people living in my home village. Ivan, thank you so much. Probka, yes, yes. I think it's called, it's from this wood. Probka is дерево, да? So I know 1,000 is not as much, but I have 1,000 people living in my home village. So when I think about 1,000, I think about, oh my God, a whole village. A village is following me. A village. What's up, my buddy? What's up? Hold up. Let's find something interesting to listen to. Давайте найдем что-то, что-нибудь, да? Let's find something very, very interesting. And what am I going to watch today? How about some John Oliver? I don't know, is that even allowed? Am I gonna be striked because of watching some YouTube content? Let's see. Okay, how about we watch some documentary? Ooh. Yes, Evgeny, I work as a conference interpreter, but for English Romanian. And I need any opportunity to practice my English so that when I go to work, I make a good impression. I am calm. I can say I am fluent. Yes, Evgeny, you guessed it. Юля, на каком языке вы говорите постоянно? На румынском. Румынский язык, молдавский диалект, это мой, oh, how do you say mother tongue? You see, я знаю, но не помню как, но не помню слова. Родной, да. Румынский это мой родной, но я работаю на английском, да. And и мне нужна практика, да, и поэтому я вяжу и говорю на английском. For example, I'm a conference interpreter, and oftentimes I know the words in English, but I'm not very fluent, I'm not very quick. This is why I listen to information in English, and basically I just copy what I hear. I'm like a monkey. Monkey see, monkey hear, monkey do. So today, guys, we're gonna listen to a documentary about creating a lake. How about that? How about that? Wait, I'm going to come closer to you. We're gonna see each other better. I'm going to knit a little bit. By the way, I am making this, wait, do you even see it? I'm making a sort of a pinkish, reddish tablecloth out of cotton. Wait, cotton is хлопок, да? Cotton, хлопок. You see, I know, я знаю, и у меня эти слова куда-то они есть. Да, да. И если я думаю чуть-чуть, я вспоминаю. Okay, so we're going to listen to how to create a lake, and how that lake, after it was created, it grew carnivorous plants. Let's see if this sounds good. If not, we can listen to something else. And it doesn't really matter as long as we enjoy ourselves. I feel like that's the best. Hold on. Aquatic plants. So basically, when I listen to a documentary, I'm like a monkey who repeats new words. This is how I learn English. I never went to school to learn the grammar, fortunately, because otherwise I would probably dropped it. But what I did do, my method of learning is monkey here, monkey repeat, monkey see, monkey write. This, I don't know. It probably has a name, a method of learning. I think it's called not visual. I don't know. Learning style by listening. So you will baby salamanders, dragonflies. I have no idea what the dragonfly is.
Life is booming here. It's just incredible to see this transformation in such a short period of time. Today I want to show you 4 very interesting places, as well as the new and unique species that we found.
What? And another challenge, by the way, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm pausing all the time. Another challenge is that a lot of people that speak in English at conferences, they speak English as a second or as a third language, and they have specific accents. For example, this guy, he said the word unique. Hold on.
In the air, and overall it's just this feeling, especially in this season right now, that life is booming here.
Okay.
Wow, it's just incredible.
Okay.
To see this transformation in such a short period of time. Today I want to show you 4 very interesting places, as well as the new and unique species.
Yeah, basically everybody has their accent. And it takes me a while to understand a person's accent, and then that person leaves, and then another moderator comes up with another topic. For example, for next week, we're going to talk about statistics related to crime and justice. Oh God, let's start the survey. Are you having you have a good Friday? You have a good Friday? Is that correct? Yes. No. Hold on. Yes, no. Ask me later for the non-decided. Ask me later. Okay, start the survey. Buona serata and good night. Oh, thank you, Evgeny. Wait, how do you say Evgeny? How it's in Russian? Have a good night. Я вас желаю приятного вечера. You see, I know words. Me know words. Я и слова это как друзья. Я думаю, что у меня есть эта проблема, что я думаю на английском и перевяжу, и когда на английском это звучит нормально, да, а потом, когда я скажу слова на русском, звучит странно, да. Me and words are good friends. Я и слова — это хорошие друзья. Это звучит странно, да. I don't know. Basically, I don't know what I'm saying, so I'm just gonna stop talking. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch some documentary. Forget about the lake. I don't want to hear about the lake. Or maybe we should listen. No, I don't. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's listen about this darn lake. Yeah? I'm afraid they're gonna show frogs, and I don't like frogs. It's not that I have a fear of frogs, but I just don't like frogs. Hold on, let's do a sound test. Let's do a sound test. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I want the plant to cover the light bulb. You see how everything is coming together. I'm not dropping the phone. Yeah, it is Friday. I finished with my work. Yeah. I have my favorite hoodie on. I have my knitting here. My dog just chilled. And everything is ready to just chill. Куда вы хотите переехать сюда, судя по тому, что вы практикуете? Юлия, я просто работаю как переводчица в конференции, да? И для меня важно, что I sound fluent. Я даю импрессию, что я могу разговаривать мягко на английском. Не знаю. Я никуда не хочу переехать. Просто моя работа. Я работаю как переводчица на конференции, да. So it's a good thing to be very fluent, to be calm, to be very precise, so that I get more clients, right? I bring home the bacon so that I can have a good life, so that I can feed my dog, so that I can feed my cats, so that I can give gifts to my mom. You know, everything is interconnected, and it all depends on how fluent I am in English. That's why we're here. You see, I don't know if you understand. I don't know how to say that in English, in Russian. Юля, я сказала, что ай-яй-яй, все связано. Если я буду говорить лучше на английском, у меня будут постоянные клиенты, да, постоянные конференции, и я буду делать деньги, и я буду кормить своя собака, я буду делать подарки, и все связано. Поэтому я здесь. Поэтому I don't know how to say it. Basically, you understood. You understood, and I hope that you do understand. So, I don't want you to see my big face, so we're gonna turn you around so that you can see my dog right here. And let's listen to something interesting. Thank you so much, Юля. What about Юля? А вы тоже понимаете английский язык? Do you also know English? Do you practice? Let me know. Sikandar, hi, how are you? Good, good, good. Just, knitting a little bit and like having a good evening. Tak, what can we listen to? Something interesting. Let's hear about this darn lake. Because I donate to this channel. It's a channel where you can donate and they plant trees, like create natural ecosystems. By the way, my cat, hold on, can you see my cat? If I turn it around, you can see my fridge over there and my cat over there. There he is. Nikita! My cat, Nikita. Basically, I have a farm. У меня здесь зоопарк. I don't know how to say farm in Russian, but like a zoo. I have the cat over there, the dog over here, and the second cat on the piano. But I'm not gonna show you the piano because, as I said, like my entire piano is covered in wet clothes because we have rain. Я понимаю вас и говорю на английском, люблю свой родной язык. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for understanding. Thank you. Calm. Calm. This darn light bulb, it's just messing up my thing. Look how beautiful it is like this. How do I do that though? Okay, let me rearrange. Yes! 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 Yes, 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 yes. And we already have 5 votes. People have a good Friday. I'm happy, you guys. I'm happy for you. Okay, let's find out about this darn lake. As I was saying, hold on. I pause it once again. I apologize. So this is called the channel Mossy Earth, and they collect donations to plant stuff, to make lakes, to support ecosystems, and I donated to them once, and after that I just follow their documentaries. Then there are 2 new areas which we are investigating. Okay, 2 new areas. Let's see. To see if they need some work. Which ones? The desolate big blue lake and these mysterious twin ponds which somehow have completely different habitats. Okay. But before we get into that, let's quickly recap the timeline of this project. So I donated to this project, I think in 2020, when they wanted to do some work on a Danube River. And Danube River is very close to Moldova and it influences the water flow to Moldova. So this is when I started to follow the Mossy Earth project. But now I see that they have expanded to all the continents, so I'm not sure which continent are they doing that. In 2021, this abandoned quarry changed owners and was put under the management of our good friends at Rewilding Portugal. Portugal! So it's Portugalia, Portugal. Very useful eDNA sampling, which we supported. This helped inform the Earth. Hold on, I'm sorry to pause it once again. Is Portugal, as a rich country, as a country in the European Union, they need donations for people to donate so that NGOs like restore their lakes? Like the first time I heard about like Portugal and another country that needed support was Romania and Iceland. They needed help with the reforestation. For me, that was insane. Like I thought that these are like developed countries. I don't know. Is that a misconception that I have? Because I'm coming from the poorest country in Europe, so I like my hope and my understanding was that these countries like have it together. But okay. Sorry, no more interruptions. Portugal, 2 ponds, 2 lakes, whatever. By spring of 2023. Okay. As a reminder, the 2 main goals of this work were to increase the size and variety of the flooded areas, to essentially expand this rare wetland habitat. Okay. And to hold water here for wetland habitat. Okay. And to understand whether we have achieved our aims,
the best thing is to go up high and take a look at the bigger picture.
Okay,
So we're here at
drones.
the quarry and we're going to be doing some drone mapping to see what areas are flooding and any changes that might be happening to the vegetation. So yeah, let's get.
Okay, sorry for pausing once again. If a country has money for drones, they should have money to like plant trees and stuff. Am I wrong? Am I going through the stereotypes? What's happening here? But you know, I did donate for the project related to Danube. You know, because Danube is, especially the works done in a region close to my country. Because I know that we don't have money, like by we the state, but if they have money for drones, don't they have money to like plant and build an ecosystem in Portugal? I'm just asking. I don't know. Like, this is me
So look, here,
ignorant from
Tell
Eastern
programmed the
Europe.
drone to take hundreds of photos, which he then stitches together in a single picture. And over
Okay.
time, we can see a lot of change.
Okay.
This was the original state of things in 2022. And these are the areas we intervened to block water, which runs in this general direction. And this was the immediate aftermath of the interventions, a very different landscape. So before we started our project, this whole area here was completely dry. It was pretty barren, and we then created this barrier, pretty much, you know, where I'm standing on, more or less. And water started to accumulate here, but it was still kind of bald. There were no plants, no.
I can imagine the smell over there. If there's stale water, stale ass water. I don't know if you've ever lived near stale water. It smells, and the frogs. Ugh. Let's just move this lake. Let's make a real lake, not stale water.
Right now,
Not like a
it's just teeming with aquatic plants that are creating this lovely three-dimensional habitat.
Okay.
Then came the new area we've been calling a lake.
Okay,
As well as all
let's
of
see
this
the
water
lake.
which accumulated here and here, really increasing the water level in some parts. Here behind me, we can see a bit of a tree graveyard because all of these willows used to line the previous water course because, of course, willows love water. But when eventually this area flooded and the water became permanent, it became year-round, the willows started to die because they don't like to be
Underwater,
all
yeah.
year. And that was expected. It's a consequence of our work. So it was not a surprise, and it's not a negative consequence of the work.
I'm sorry, could you not have selected another region which doesn't have trees? I mean, what's good? Like, why did you not select something without trees so then you don't kill the willow trees?
Because all along the shore here, new young willows are already popping up. And they'll eventually dominate this, much like they were dominating the previous shoreline as well. And finally, some of this water floods this flatter area off to the side. And here on the other side of the barrier, we have the temporary part of all.
Sorry, guys, one more pause. One thing that surprises me when I watch these documentaries, he's showing like barren land and I don't know, a few hectares of bushes and trees, and I cannot wonder how clean it is. How clean it is. I go to Moldova, I go to the countryside, and everywhere I go, like there's a small forest or there's a small prairie, or how do you call it? You see, I'm an interpreter, I should know. There's like flat land, right? It's all filled with trash. It's plastic bags, it's beer cans, it's everywhere. And this dude, I don't know if they do a cleanup first or they just film as it is, but I'm amazed how clean barren land and abandoned land is. Is that normal? Is your like is your guys's just like open land and bushes clean? Just asking.
These temporary ponds. And it's really interesting to see. So this area here would have been flooded a few weeks ago when the water level was at its highest because it still has some plants that are some aquatic plants that are clinging on. And then we have this little pond here, which is still full of water and disconnected from the main area. So for the first full year after the interventions, we can say that the flooding objectives have been met. But
Okay.
the impact this has on the ground can be harder to measure, which is why the
Frogs.
team at Rewilding Portugal continues to monitor all of the wildlife that uses
Frogs.
this place
All I
by
see is
conducting
frogs.
regular
Ugh.
The idea here is not only to register as much of the existing biodiversity as possible, but also to be able to compare in subsequent years the changes that we see. That's why some of these transits are focused in the areas that we are doing more active work in, so we can see that if our conservation actions will be successful or not.
And they found a lot of very interesting species
Frogs.
to add to the list
Ugh.
of this repository
Ugh.
of biodiversity.
Frogs.
But
Ugh.
one crucial piece of the puzzle was still missing.
Please.
The aquatic plant life.
Oh,
Which
thank
is where
God.
Claudia and Udo come into the
They're
picture.
gonna plant
They are a
aquatic
botanical power
plants.
couple that we connected with for our work in the south of Portugal, in the Mira Basin. So we contracted them to come and survey the quarry, focusing specifically on all the interesting aquatic plants.
Stop.
The environment
They
is
planted
a place
plants.
where we have sometimes with a lot of water and sometimes with less water. So a lot of plants are adapted to this special regime of water and no water or less water. Where I am, here water has disappeared and we see a plant which is called Ilicebrum forming a type of carpet, and it's flowering. The white things are the flowers, the green are the leaves, and you see it's making a carpet on more or less dry land. But when we have an environment on site where we still have water, as you can see, because my valleys are getting very wet, the plant is able to thrive as well, and flowering, it's living, and the whole carpet is lifted up by the water and can swim. To help them search for the plants, they also brought along Jael, who is familiar with pretty much every aquatic plant in Portugal. And with this crack team assembled, they started by
I mean, how
surveying
many
this
aquatic
beautiful
plants
new
are
area
there in
we created,
Portugal?
and which we actually have not featured in these videos yet. It is over here on the opposite end of the quarry and only has a minor intervention, which was essentially blocking a ditch here, allowing a lot more water to accumulate. But the results were fantastic. This created a lovely wet meadow full of life. For a lot of people, this is a puddle, a pot of water.
I'm sorry, what is a meadow? Hold on, I need to check this. It's a professional curiosity. What is a meadow? Open habitat or field vegetated by grass. What? Compare? Compare? Hold on. So prairie, what I was saying prairie earlier, it's actually a meadow. Okay, good to know. A meadow. Let's see. Meadow in my language, Romanian, is called Fâneață? Pajiște. Oh, okay. Pajiște, câmp. Okay. Okay, good to know. Pajiște. Meadow, pajiște.
And some green. No, it is full of life, full of biodiversity. We had a great time finding all sorts of different aquatic plants that have made this their home. And it was also really nice to see all the dragonflies flying about and the various frogs, such as this Iberian tree frog.
Ugh, frogs. Frog alert.
It just baffles me sometimes what little bit of
I'm
extra
sorry,
work
but can you
to
not
do
show
to
so many
really
frogs, please?
bring a place to life, to bring a little bit extra opportunity for nature. And these wet meadows here are the product of that effort. It's well, it's truly special. Rewilding this place has been a real team effort. You have Rewilding Portugal that has been working in this region for years and identified this place as a unique opportunity. And then they managed to find someone with vision who bought the land and let them manage it for biodiversity's sake. And then there's us. We've been able to come in with additional...
Wait, this is private land? Somebody bought this land and said, hey guys, let's make a lake? Hold on. What he say? We have Rewilding Portugal, who has been working in this region for years and identified this place as a unique opportunity. Okay.
Rewilding Portugal that has been working in this region for years and identified this place as a unique opportunity.
Okay.
And then they managed to find...
Then they find someone with a vision who bought the land. Guys, they bought some land and started digging up to create a lake. Okay. So tell me you are poor without telling me that you are poor. I have never bought a land to just like give it to an NGO and tell them like build a lake for biodiversity's sake.
Find someone with vision who bought the land and let them manage it for biodiversity's sake. And then there's us. We've been able to come in with additional funding for these interventions. And if you're a Mossy Earth member, you are part of this chain. You are part of this work.
Oh God, I am part of this chain. Oh, sorry, that is my cat Nikita, and he is stopping everything and stopping the laptop because he just wants to. Hi. 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 It seems that my house is just running on boys. I have a dog boy, I have a cat boy, and then I have a cat girl. He pressed on something and I don't know how to get back to the video. Oh, stay with me just a little bit. Stay. Don't jump. He just wants to go outside, but we are not going outside anymore today. We are not. We've been outside 3 times today already. We're not going anymore. I'm Kupari and I have a boyfriend. Oh, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. So let's go back. How do I go back? I don't know. I don't want to see the frogs anymore. Okay. 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 Okay, okay. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-da, dum, da-dum, dum, dum, da-da-da, da-da-da. There it is. Found it. Found it. So this guy is talking about this whole flooding, and the project took multiple months, I guess.
By the plant. This one has eaten something because you see when the traps are dark, they have had a success.
What a great find. And when you put it into context of the known distribution of this plant, it is a very unique result, as it is by far the most inland record of this species in the country.
But do you want carnivorous plants all over the country?
Do a doctorate, a hydrobiology doctorate here, because every single pond is just different from the next.
We have so many different situations with different conditions, like in the geological underground, but as well different forms.
Guys, I'm sorry to pause once again. Is that really a good news? They found that the pond they created has a carnivorous plant. Like, would you want to spread carnivorous plants around the country? Like, come on. I would be
Different,
afraid.
yeah, because of the excavation. It is man-made habitat, but now nature is coming to occupy the place, and depending of the possibilities, it has a different expression.
Different approach, yeah.
Yeah.
And all this botanical goodness can be found in the 55-page report that Udo and Claudia wrote about these surveys. Um,
You guys, my internet is slowing
and
down.
I've been using it to make this video as accurately as I can. And yeah, if you're a member, then you will be able to access this in your account. But we also wanted to take a look at another area where we knew things would probably be quite different. This is what we call the Big Blue Lake. And as it is indeed quite big, Udo and Claudia organized for a team of divers to join us in order to collect the samples more easily. But after deploying the ROV, it quickly became clear that we did not need to go very deep to find our answers. 2.4 meters. Max. 2.4 meters max. Bottom flat, full of mud. After experiencing the wet meadow and the ponds, this place felt like a sad desert, punctuated by the occasional cloud of silt kicking up from the bottom. And of course, I had my suspicions of what this might be. And on the walls, I found what I was looking for. These holes are home to the Louisiana crayfish, or as they would call it in Louisiana, crawfish. And I'm sure these are lovely animals in that distant place where they come from. But here, they're an invasive species, and they're a pain to deal with. They are certainly one of
Where
the
did they
factors
come
which keep this
from?
whole area in an early stage of succession, as the only thing we found at the bottom were macroalgae. But after Jael and the divers completed their surveys, we did find another red-listed species living on the edges of the lake, called Potomogeton trichoides, commonly known as hair-like pondweed. This was a nice silver lining, but this crayfish problem is serious, and it also extends to some of the areas we are...
Wait a second. Who brought the crayfish in the first place? It's not like they jumped out of planes coming from Louisiana. I mean, I don't know.
trying to restore. So here you can well and truly see the crayfish invasion that we have here. Just along this shoreline here, we can see, I don't know, 100, 200 crayfish just
Extraordinary.
chilling.
I don't like. I think they could be more aggressive. Like they're not like grabbing on so tightly. Like I think they're strong.
So you think they're just checking out your finger,
Yeah, I think so.
giving you a handshake?
Giving me a handshake.
Well, nice that they're friendly, but maybe they could get out of here.
Yeah, maybe they could go back to where they came from.
And in this area here, you can see a place where expanding the water has led to an unwanted consequence. The destruction of these ponds by fish and crayfish that are present in the
Nikita, stop it.
The fish probably had it here and at the crayfish as well, and the result is a huge degradation at this point. So not every intervention has always. That's what happens also sometimes when you intervene.
It looks like my cat wants to sit here, so I had to move the laptop. Because if I don't move the laptop, my cat will just push it down. Push it real down. Push it down. Push it real down. As you can tell, I'm having fun up in here, you know. First, I have to deal with my dog. Then I have to deal with my cat. Hello, Jaide. Do you remember me? You write, do you remember me all the time? Yes, I remember you. How are you? Please, Nikita, leave it alone. What are you working on, Jaide, these days? Are you crocheting on something nice? I'm knitting on a small tablecloth. I started this at work and it was just laying in my bag, and all my other projects are so big that they're heavy. So I decided to take this and just finish it. And when I'll finish it, I will have another skein label to throw it in the bag for the challenge.
And then we have the negative result over here, with the destruction of the ephemeral plant.
It's very good what you have done here. The crayfish, yes, is a problem. On the other side, we know that the otter is bigger.
So these people are talking about the fact that the results are kind of good. The only thing is that they found crayfish and they are invading this entire lake.
It's rewilding, and I can tell you what you have to do with a trap. Because when you use the stockings from nylon, what the ladies have, and then you put in the stockfish, the Portuguese stockfish, I think it's stockfish in English, and then you put some honey. And then at dawn, or no, at night, you place it in the water.
What is this guy talking about? Catching crayfishes with stockings and honey? What?
You lift it up and you have your dinner of crayfish.
Wow.
It works.
Maybe next time in the quarry, that we'll cook some invasive crayfish dinner.
That is hilarious.
Ponticate just never ceases to amaze me. What a special, weird, and wonderful place that we have here. And it's, above all, really cool that with a few small interventions, we were able to...
Stop, Nikita, stop it. I moved the laptop to give you space to sit here. Then you want to move. Then I move the laptop there. You want to go there? Sit here. Sit here.
It's really important, and we'll of course continue informing.
I think that all you want to do is just destroy my laptop. Stop it. Stop it.
Thank you to our members that enabled us to do this kind of work. And if you're not yet a member, then please consider becoming one at mossy.earth. We do all sorts of really cool rewilding projects similar to this one, and I think you're gonna have fun, but above all, with just a small amount every month, you'll be having a real positive impact. And I think that's really it. Again,
Nikita!
until next time.
I thought that if I put you in the flower pot, I thought that you guys are gonna be safe. But it turns out nobody is safe from my pets. So, unfortunately, nobody is safe, you guys. Nobody is safe. But now my cat left. He smelled everything and he went back to his favorite location, which is that chair over there. Wait, you don't see it. He's right there. So now he's calm. He smelled everything. He checked everything. I think we are good. Okay. Stop.
This is our flooded forest project, where we restored the flooding regime to an old floodplain forest to bring back the wildlife populations that rely on this ecosystem. And so far, the transformation has been mind-blowing to witness. And this year, we've had the most incredible season biggest surge in the Danube that this project has ever witnessed, all the way to an incredible biodiversity boom unlike anything we have seen before. This year really delivered it all, and it far exceeded our already high expectations. We've been flooding this forest for a few years now, and somehow every flood has been unique in how it played out. And this year, we have an extra special set of conditions that has led a certain group of species to boom like never before. Before we get into this boom, it's time to look at the winter and where all this water came from. Because this winter was special. It delivered a very rare winter flood, which
11
froze
o'clock,
and
you
created
guys. And I did almost no
this icy
knitting.
magical landscape. Crucially for us, it also loaded the soil of the forest with a lot more water than usual, which meant that when the simulated flood started, there was a better chance for us to have water in the forest for longer. And this is how it looked like early in the spring.
It's always super nice to be here this time of the year, this early into the season. And yeah, there's a lot less plant life, and of course there's a lot less wildlife out and about, but the weather is absolutely fantastic,
Danny,
and
stop
crucially,
it.
there are no mosquitoes. But the biggest difference compared to last year is that around this time, around the 20th of March last year, this forest was dry. It was bone dry. And if you'll remember the last video that we made, we showed you that a certain group of species had to resort to extreme measures to try to reproduce.
This was us 1 year ago, desperately gathering the egg clutches that the agile frogs had laid in a quickly diminishing small muddy puddle in the middle of the channel, just before the actual floods arrived.
This year, however, they have plenty of opportunity. So now I'd like to go into this forest here and look underneath the surface to see what we can find.
And I did not have to go very far to
Stop.
see that this year we have a completely different story.
Guys, prepare. Frogs. Oh,
First clutch in our
frogs.
search, and it's a really beautiful one. Essentially, this amphibian lays their eggs in a
Ah.
ball around a
Can we just like skip this
or
part?
a branch like this one here, and it's really cool to see from an underwater perspective.
Stop
It
it.
essentially forms these little clouds that are just sort of
Juku, juku, juku,
clinging
juku,
on to these thin
juku, juku, juku.
branches, and
Stop
it's amazing to see. But for me, the special thing really is that this time last year, we are rescuing a lot of these clutches in that sad little mud puddle and trying to move them to, make sure that they could hold on a little bit longer until the flood would arrive. And this year, they seem to have much better conditions to lay their eggs. So hopefully this will lead to a boom in their population. These clutches are from the agile frog, or Rana dalmatina. This time, we found them all over
so
the
many
place, in both the
frogs.
flooded forest and in our channel. And I must say, I personally felt a lot of satisfaction seeing this after the whole situation from last year. Then, as we continued the search, we started finding some more egg clutches with a very different look.
Guys,
Here we
get
have
ready. My
strings,
second cat
long,
is
beautiful strings.
awake
I'm gonna see if I can
and she's
lift one
coming.
a little bit just so you can see it out of the water as
She's
well.
behind the camera. She's behind the flower pot.
Look
Ugh,
how beautiful
frog
that is.
eggs. Ugh.
What a special way to lay your eggs. And underwater, they just flutter, especially with this little current. They flutter as if they're in the
Stop
breeze.
it. I have not been
it's really
working
beautiful to
at
see.
all.
To the trained eye, it should be quite familiar, as they are no more than the egg clutches of the common toad, or bufo bufo. And I must say, whoever called it common really did this toad a disservice, because it might be abundant, but it really stands out to me as an artist that is far from common. Look at these beautiful curves and arches. It really gives the strange sight of a flooded forest an even more mystical look. And in some places, there were signs of the impending arrival of spring already, as some of the tadpoles were beginning their
Nikita.
perilous life journey by exiting their eggs. And when I say perilous, I mean it. I was lucky to have this special encounter in our channel. Here we have a young, smooth newt, or Lysotriton vulgaris, munching away on an early season snack. They are mostly nocturnal, so the odds of seeing it in action during the day aren't too high, so this was pretty lucky. show that by restoring a degraded habitat, you can benefit all kinds of species in different ways. For some, you're going to create habitats to lay eggs in, and for others, you're going to create a much-needed meal in a time when the insects are yet to boom. But we're not doing this just for the animals.
Hi, I'm your number one fan. Hello, my number one fan,
So this year
Saba.
is exactly
Hello.
what we want to be seeing in terms of plant
Hello.
progression in our wetland, because these are characters.
I'm
They
your
are
number
wetland
one fan
species,
too,
and they're
Saba.
super important
I'm so
for the
happy we
Pinot
finally met
and
here.
it spreads to these areas that
Ay,
don't
ay, ay,
flood that
Remy,
often. Like
what?
this bit here only floods maybe once a year for about a week, but it's been enough to start to get rid of some of the invasives and convert them into this. But in the areas that flood more frequently, they've been spreading like crazy. So one of those places is here next to the channel, and these areas here, especially where there's been a bit more disturbance, they've been thriving.
Ay, ay, ay. What is up with you guys today? Go! I'm sorry, that was Nikita.
Non-native species. These ones are starting to become the majority, but you don't have to take our word for it. And to prove this point further, a few weeks later, we received the results from the monitoring by the researchers from Comenius University, who monitor the surrounding meadows as part of the implementation of the European Union Life Microtus 2 project that PROS manages, and that this flooded forest is a part of. Now, this report might look a bit daunting at first, but it is actually quite simple. It essentially measures the plant species abundance in these four meadows here, and it does so using the brown blanket scale that is quite commonly used for vegetation surveys. It goes from R, or rare, across a few categories all the way to 5, which is nearly 100% coverage. We have a lot of species on this list, so let's focus on the two crucial types, the invasive ones and
Saba, hello, my number one fan. Did you double click the screen?
the AGG here.
I think you're the only one who did.
This is a grouping of invasives. They reduced significantly in meadows 1 and 4, stayed the same
Oh,
in meadow 2,
snap.
and increased slightly in meadow 3. Then we have the other major invasive, the giant goldenrod, which also belongs to the aster family. It has been reducing significantly across all meadows. So
That's
overall,
better.
the invasives are in retreat in the first 2 years of this project. Then, among the wetland species, we have the common reed, which maintained its presence in meadows 1, 2, and 4, and increased in meadow 3. We have the
You
sedge
guys,
species,
my
which I
dog
showed you on the
looks
ground just
like
now,
a
such as the riverbank
sausage.
sedge, Carex riparia, which increased its presence in meadows 2 and 3,
Do
and
you
showed
look
up
like
for
a
the
small
first time in
sausage?
meadow 1.
Oh.
Or the slender sedge,
Okay.
Carex gracilis, which in this past year also spread into meadows 1 and 3 for the first time. So overall, it's been really positive to see this. And remember, this is not the core of our wetlands. These are the adjacent meadows which flood rarely, if at all. It seems that the extra underground water can have this impact alone, and it is a sign that our wetland has an expanded reach. But it's not just the small plants which are changing. We also have
That's
a lot
good, my
of
buddy. Where?
trees growing inside or on the borders of the
No,
forest.
stop
look
it.
at this mini little jungle that I'm walking through, and it's really cool to see that we don't always have to plant the trees. Sometimes we just need to give them the right conditions. And I think that the extra water that we're now providing this forest is really helping with this natural regeneration. But in the open areas where natural succession is a bit slower, Rose also planted some trees. So the trees planted last year seem to be doing pretty good. I think quite a few of them survived the whole 2 seasons. And yeah, that's really great to think that, you know, we'll have a forest also here next to the channel. And as I walked further in the upper forest, things looked even better. So over here on the other end of the wetland, we have exactly what we want this area to transition to. Nice wet patches of carex. And it's also really beautiful underwater. It forms this sort
What
of
do you want?
vertical habitat that
Mandarino?
resembles a kelp forest somewhat. So I think that's pretty
Mandarino?
cool. And I've actually been hearing the European fire-bellied toad around
Hold
here
on.
somewhere. So I'm gonna.
Do you want to go outside? No, we have been outside 4 times. No, please, no. We go outside? No, please. Please, just let's stay in house. Let's stay here, please, please. Please stay here, please. I think he really wants to go outside. Mergem a fare? Hadi. Hadi. Hi. Let's go. Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? I think he wants to go outside. I just don't want to go. Does it happen to you guys where you don't want to go? I'm a bad dog mom. I'm a terrible dog mom. Okay. We're gonna go with him outside and we're not gonna take long. We're just gonna go for a short walk. And then we'll come back, right? Yeah? Mergem a fare? Hadi. Hi. Hi. Did you change your mind? I think he changed his mind after I complained that I don't want to go outside. I think he doesn't want to go outside anymore. No, he wants to. Mergem a fare? Hi. Shall we go outside? Come on. Let's go. Oh my god, Remy, I look at you in the screen and you look like such a sausage. My small croissant. My small donut. Okay, guys, I don't want to... Remy. Okay, I don't want to torture my dog. If he wants to go outside, we will go outside. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to double tap the screen. Let me know if you have a good Friday. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Did you want to say bye-bye? Did you want to say something? Bye-bye, Jaide. Bye-bye. I hope you're working on some good projects. I mean, like crochet-wise. Bye-bye. Ay, ay, ay. We're going. Okay. Hiya.